Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, all series videos. Thank you so much for the likes, the comments, and for subscribing. In this video, I'll be updating you on Betrayal November teasers 2024. Please subscribe to this channel. Let's go! Moyuri informs Madhumita about Meg's complaint against her in-laws. And India learns about Meg's actions and supports her. To save herself from getting caught, Moyuri makes a new plan. The police officers announces that apart from Meg and Souroneel, Moyuri's fingerprints have been found on the passport. Meenakshi refuses to believe it, and Moyuri pretends to fall sick. Moyuri feels good when some of Souroneel's relatives support her. Meg fails to impress Meenakshi and ultimately decides to go away. Bhaskar speaks to the family about his suspicion about Moyuri. Souroneel tries to stop Meg from leaving the house, but she returns to her place. In order to enter the house, Madhumita asks Meg to touch Moyuri's feet and apologize. Meg doesn't agree to do it. Meg makes Moyuri understand that she knows that the latter is at fault. Souroneel speaks to Madhavi about his state of mind. Later, Tridip speaks to Souroneel about managing the situation. Out of conscience, Souroneel goes to meet Meg. She doesn't entertain his apology and informs him about Moyuri's misdeeds. After getting to know about the event, Souroneel asks for one more chance. The family gets surprised to find Souroneel missing in the morning. Meanwhile, Souroneel tries to impress Meg, and India protests when Moyuri plots against Meg. Later, Gini goes to meet her lover. Gini and Rupankar spend time together. He speaks to her about going out while returning home with Souroneel. Meg sees Gini sitting in another car. Later, Rupankar tells Gini that he knows Meg. Gini informs Minnie about Rupankar. Meg overhears Gini speaking to someone over the phone. When Souroneel tries to come close to Meg, she stops him and suppresses her feelings towards him. Souroneel asks Gini about her lover. Meg gets scared on seeing Gini with Rup. When she enters Gini's room to warn her about Rup, Gini asks her to get out of her room. Meg speaks to Bhaskar about Gini and Rup's relation. When Gini and Rup go out, she tells him about Meg. Gini tells her family members about her love for Rup and also accuses Meg of lying. Meg fails to warn Gini about Rup. Moyuri meets Gini and the former lies to her about Rup. She tells Gini that Rup was Meg's crush for the longest time. Souroneel feels suspicious about Meg's activities. Meenakshi calls Meg to her place. Meg feels bad seeing Souroneel's changed behavior. Later, Meenakshi speaks to Moyuri about Rup. Moyuri lies about Rup to Meenakshi and Sejuti. Meenakshi believes Moyuri and decides to call Rup home. Madhavi supports Meg. Elsewhere, Rup decides to humiliate Meg. Souroneel misbehaves with Meg but later apologizes to her. Sejuti expresses her doubts about Gini and Rup. Gini brings Rup home. Later, Rup misbehaves with Meg. Rup tries to win over Gini's family. Madhavi dislikes Rup. Moyuri tries to make Meg feel awkward and asks her to make coffee for Rup. Later, Meg gets annoyed seeing Rup alone in the room. After behaving badly with Meg, Rup lies to Gini and her family about Meg. Moyuri takes advantage of the situation and chides Meg. Souroneel too misunderstands Meg. Souroneel calls Meg characterless and asks her to get out of his house. She gives him a fitting reply and doesn't go away. Tammy and Tridip supports Meg and says that she has not done anything wrong. Meg feels bad remembering Souroneel's harsh words. Madhavi supports Meg and warns Gini about her actions. Souroneel tells everyone that he made a mistake by selecting the wrong person. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and come back for more updates from your favorite Z Word series.